Alright. Hello. Man, I hope the last stream wasn't absolutely terrible volume-wise. I just realized I had my sliders turned way up. We're going to do a little celebrating tonight during the stream. Get in the house. You're not going to go outside and bark all night. But yeah, we're just going to hang out. As a longtime Thunder fan after, you know, some disappointments and feeling like we were just spiraling down to the bottom of the league after losing our guys that got us to the first final that we made it to when we got swept by LeBron and the Heat. Man, the last 2 years really have been awesome. They had an awesome year last year, came up a little short. And then SGA was just like a man on a mission this year. I know I don't talk a lot of basketball. I've probably talked a little bit of basketball in the Call of Duty streams, but most of what's been going on here lately has been baseball, and most of the new people that have showed up have been for MLB The Show. This isn't going to fit on there, so I don't know why I'm going to try. But yeah, just pretty cool. Like they talked about, they've been in Oklahoma City since 2008. Oklahoma has been so supportive of the ever since the Hornets got sent to Oklahoma City during Katrina. I went to 2 or 3 games when they were there, and I mean, it was always packed. It's one of the reasons why there's always people from Oklahoma, from, you know, the OKC area, trying to push like for an NFL team, Major League Baseball team. Like, I don't. They always refer to it as small market, but that's not to say that small market teams can't succeed, man. Because I mean, it literally just happened tonight. Small market team just won the championship against another small market team. And I mean, small market teams win in baseball all the time. The support that the Thunder get year after year, even when they've had their bad years, is, I mean, I feel like it's proof enough, but then all you got to do is look at like the college football teams. Like OU sells out every single game every single year. OSU's packed every single home game every year, even when they aren't any good. And then you put those two groups of people together, everybody's a Thunder fan. Everybody would be a whatever fan if you get an NFL team in Oklahoma City. If you get a Major League Baseball team in Oklahoma City. I don't know. I think it'd be a no-brainer in my opinion, but what do I know? I'm gonna reset all of these because my number is still just hard stuck on 3 for some reason. So we'll see if we can't fix that. But yeah, man, just cool. I've had to explain to a fellow that comes in here pretty often, Jupiter, the fandom, my weird fandom that I have, with like the teams that I'm a fan of, and I had some family when I was a kid. Like obviously, like anybody, my dad was a basketball coach when I was a kid, so like we watched a lot of basketball, and like anybody, like we lived in southeast Kansas, so you weren't like close to anybody and you didn't feel tied to anyone where we were at. And so we just like supported the Bulls. I mean, they were exciting to watch. But we also I had some family that was like big Laker fans. And so it was cool to see Kobe and Shaq. But I never really would say I wasn't like a true Lakers fan. If that makes, you can call it bandwagon even if you want, but like just as a kid, when you don't have a favorite team almost, it's like you have favorite players and you support your favorite player. Music sounds a little loud still. But truly have been a Thunder fan ever since the beginning. Since they can, I mean, kind of like I said, you don't have anybody around you in Kansas, Oklahoma that is your team. Like I had a lot of friends in Oklahoma that were just like by default, because they were Dallas Cowboys fans, they were going to be Mavericks fans as well. I never really felt like I had to be a Mavericks fan where I lived, so getting our own NBA team after my my senior year of high school was pretty cool. I've actually been to a playoff game as well in Oklahoma City, and it's an awesome environment. Me and my buddy went for my birthday one year, when Westbrook hit a 3 in the corner against the Clippers as time expired, and the place just erupted. It was awesome. 9 home runs, gets 4 more, and gets a June Spotlight 2-pack. Okay. Nice. What was... That's 12, 15, 18, 24, 27. Actually, be a lot shorter using Paul Skeens as well. We'll just have to see. Man, that one song was loud, and now I can't hear this at all. Yeah, I'll still do those moments just to say that I did them and don't have to worry about them. And maybe even passively just finish this program. I've talked about this before. I'm not super jazzed about this Paul Skeens card that they've released. I don't think we've had a good Paul Skeens card since they took his cutter away. Which would have been the 99 Chase Pack card last year. the top 5 pipeline card. I believe he put the bat on the ball every pitch I threw there. That's super fun for a moment. Ellie De La Cruz has been hot ass cheeks this year, and you mean to tell me I can't get him to swing and miss at a single fucking thing? I suppose that's one way to go about the cover athlete curse. I didn't think of, yeah. The cover athlete curse is that you pick 3 cover athletes so that maybe one of them will have a good year. 94 Paul Skeens against 90 Ellie De La Cruz, and we're just like unable to get a swing and miss. We're unable to get him to strike out. Again, way out in front. The dude's got 47 fucking vision on this card. Oh, excuse me, 44. Swing and miss, you dumb bitch. Good God. I was driving home from work and was watching somebody's video, maybe in Kooks, talking about the pitch mix on this Paul Skeens and how the splinker doesn't actually get represented well in game with how it actually works in real life, like the movement that you get off of it with the speed that you get. It almost seems like to me it would have just made more sense to give him an outlier sinker instead of a splinker. I've never felt like Johan Duran's splitter is the most ridiculous pitch ever. It's literally just like, I think it takes away the advantage that a splitter gives in a pitch repertoire. It's a slightly slower, more normal speed of a fastball. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But like I said, I've also not enjoyed any Paul Skeens cards since that Chase Pack one last year. The All-Star Game one, I gave him like 4 or 5 starts and he always got lit up. I gave him like 2 starts to start this year because his live series was pretty good compared to what else we had to choose from. And never amazed by it. think that card even at least had a sinker. But he didn't have a splitter. He had... I don't even think he had a Vulcan change. I think they just gave him a change. Why did I just almost perfect a fastball and only get 100 out of it? Oh, I have to pitch 2 innings. Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It was only updating the stat that I was doing. But yeah, man. Baseball season. It is the only sport now for 2 months. And then, I mean, we'll barely get football going, and I don't really count like preseason or mini camp or anything. Like when we get actual games going, we'll get basketball going again super fast after football gets started too. I never really thought of it like this until I want to say it was the lead up to last year's college football season. RJ Young works for Fox Sports and has a podcast on YouTube. Talked about how football has the shortest season and the longest off season. And I'd never thought of it that way, but it is true. Sure, a lot of people probably saw the stat today, if they follow much of like sports reporting on social medias anyway, that today broke a streak of 27 straight games that the Mets won when Lindor homered. I didn't even recognize the dude's name that they said. That apparently the all-time streak was 29. That's got to be mostly coincidental, right? Like, okay. I mean, unless your team's winning nothing but really close ball games, there's no way that metric has anything to do with anything. Is JD Martinez going to have to retire? I feel like he's not hurt, right? He doesn't have a team to play for right now. The Mets didn't re-sign him. All this fucking weak contact so I can't get the strikeouts that I need. So yeah, like, I mean, nothing says he has to retire, but if he goes all year without getting picked up by anybody, you kind of figure he would, don't you? Love it. I may have to read that later. Summer off-season guide for the Thunder's roster. I don't pay close enough attention to the NBA to know who's was on a short-term contract, who was, just coming to the end of their contract, that kind of stuff. I don't keep up with it near close enough for that kind of stuff. I get scoring updates on my phone and watch when they're on TV. That's about it. When I'm not busy as well. Like, alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to go see what my dog's making so much fucking noise with. I don't know. Literally no idea. She's scratching herself and her claws are catching the wall or some shit. Half of that ball's in the strike zone, you fucking idiot. Why did we do that this year? Why all of a sudden did we decide balls that are touching the strike zone aren't strikes? When that has universally been how baseball has worked for fucking hundreds of years. I don't get it. This game doesn't make sense to me. Like 100% of the time I play it. You throw perfects that miss the strike zone. You throw goods that miss the strike zone. You throw bad pitches that hit the strike zone. It's just like the most asinine shit I think I've ever experienced in a sporting game. And it's all in an attempt to try to keep people from getting perfect outcomes too much. It's a fucking video game, man. Like anything, people are gonna practice it and get good at it. But like, just let people be fucking good at it instead of trying to put some bullshit in the game that makes it more random. So I don't fucking know, man. It just gets old to me. Yeah, man, let's go OKC. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Love it. I was saying earlier that it's been a heck of a roller coaster, man, ever since they came from Seattle to Oklahoma City. Hmm. Jupiter, are you doing good tonight, man? I feel like I've really been dropping the ball here lately with streams. With everything going on yesterday, last night, I really didn't. I went on a run when I first got home from a birthday party we were at, and then ended up just sitting and watching the news all night, kind of waiting to see if there was going to be any response from Iran after we flattened their nuclear facilities. Okay, so now when I get Manny, that one will be done. This one is done. When I get Lubob, this one's done. Those two will get that now. Jupiter, are you a Hawks fan, by the way? I don't know why. I'm just assuming, I guess, because you live there that you're a Hawks fan, but it's what would make sense to me, anyways. Hmm. Okay. No supercharges. But yeah, I was even a little disappointed with myself. I let time get real away from me last night. I was planning on streaming. I had every intention of streaming. Wasn't planning on just sitting there for, 2.5 hours watching the news. Next thing I know, I looked and it was like midnight, and I was like, I wanted to still be like a functioning person today. If I'd have started a stream that late, I'd have ended up going way too late, and I didn't want to do that, so I guess it all evened out with me coming home early from work on Friday. So, no biggie. A little disappointed in myself because, like I said, I was looking forward to streaming last night. Ah, cool. My logo didn't. I wonder what causes that, because it's like a guaranteed thing. Almost every first game you play when you first turn the game on, that it's like your logo's just not going to be there for some reason. A little early. A little early again. Wow. And that's going to be an out. Oh, it's not. What a terrible play by whoever the fuck that is. I mean, there's just no way I can score there. That sucks. I mean, it really wasn't the runner at third I was trying to get the extra step with. It's the runner at second to score from second. And another bitch-made person that shouldn't be allowed to play online video games. Wow. It's the top of the first. You haven't even had a chance to hit yet. It's been really hard to get the home run mission done from the first multiplayer missions because every time you hit a home run, somebody just quits in events. I think I'm going to start doing this. Game history. Just reporting people every single time they rage quit. Maybe they'll start banning people, giving them I don't fucking know what, man, but it's so old. I just don't understand the thought process of people. Like, if you're gonna fucking quit the moment you go down, just don't play the game, man. I think I needed like 6 more strikeouts. Awesome. Perfectly thrown pitch that misses the strike zone when 90% of my par is in the strike zone. Weird. The first year I used the stadium, there wasn't this weird background noise with it. I don't know why. Last year and this year, all of a sudden, you can like hear the water, you can hear the plane. It's very odd. Ah, a little late. Couldn't make up my mind if it was a strike or not. Man, I need to get him out of the leadoff spot because I was doing quite good with Yohan Moncada, and this event game stretch I've been using him has been terrible. I don't know that I've got a hit with him. Thank you for the check swing. I missed it. I had a feeling we'd throw a 2-0 slider, and I just fucking let him do it. Right down the middle of the plate, too. I was expecting him to locate it well, and it was not located at all. I think I will double dip, and I'll go here. So then Duran's you gotta lift him, or I will just change pitchers. You fucking bitch. Speaking of Willie Castro, though, I think I saw a highlight yesterday where he was playing left field. Okay. I bet it is blue. Good, good. I don't give a fuck that you're tired, Joe. You kind of fucking blew this shit. Don't want to throw fucking pitches where I want him, and then all of a sudden you just give up a home run. And of course he gets a foul ball there. Alright, got a score. Under it. Damn. Off the mound towards the shortstop. Always. Every time. It can't just go straight to the outfield off the mound. It has to bounce towards the guy. Wow, his first out's going to be a perfect. What do you know? That stinks. What's up, Connor? How you doing, man? Man, I saw a wild play at the plate today from the Royals game. It was a amazing relay, firstly, and then I want to say it was Pasquantino, like dove out of the way of the tag and then tried to like juke around and act like he was gonna score. Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, I feel you. We just lost 2 or 3 to the Marlins after sweeping the Mets. I mean, when we dropped game 1, I wasn't super surprised because after coming off of a like emotional rivalry series and we got the sweep and we played well in all 3 games, like okay, I kind of honestly I half expected us to come out and drop game 1. But then losing today, I was kind of like, man, what the fuck? We can't win the series against the Marlins. Best defensive third baseman of our generation can't make that play. I hit it twice so you wouldn't throw. Come on. Right? I was pretty glad, not good, to see him resurging. Yeah, thankfully, I'm hoping it's not super long term because it does say 15-day IL. Okay, and he just missed completely down the middle of the plate with that. Thank you. So we'll see. I think it said fractured rib cage or something, right? So hopefully it's not super long. There's nothing you can do for a rib issue other than rest. So give him a couple weeks of rest and hopefully he's good. Right? 1 out away from the complete game. Really sucks. But, bro, did you see the play it happened on? He full out Superman dive trying to catch a dying quail line drive to like the second base side of the mound. I was like, oh God, why are you trying to do that? Competitors, man, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm under it. That sucks. And he doesn't have great stats, so I really got to hit it well. Right? It was definitely a Gold Glove effort. You can't fault him for that. Just wish he hadn't have hurt himself. You know, like the bad start he got off to this year, and then kind of just starting to turn it around and get to looking like he did last year, and then get hurt after a few good starts in a row. Kind of stinks, but you want your guys to go out and compete, so you can't ask them to only do it sometimes. I was talking to some of my buddies in a group text tonight about the Halliburton injury. It sucks because you're not gonna have anybody sit out of the NBA Finals with a calf strain. Like, they're gonna try to play through it. It's literally the NBA Finals, man. They're gonna try to play. And we were talking about it, that I guess they said something before the game that it could lead to a more serious injury, which kind of stinks that they foreshadowed that. And with it being Achilles, he's going to not play all year next year. Kind of like one of my buddies pointed out, Jason Tatum. Wow, not even a foul off, huh? Cool. I love when people do that. Bring in a pitcher and just try to spam a pitch as fast as possible so you can't possibly change batters. It's real respectful of your opponent. I'm just gonna start fucking reporting everybody, I guess. I think this game and this community has a big problem with people being way too fucking toxic and not having any repercussions of it. Because SDS is lazy as fuck. They have a custom emblem creator and they literally have an option when you report them in game to report their emblem. Nothing ever gets fucking done about it. Dudes got, or I say dudes, children have emblems that are fucking naked women with their legs spread, with their vagina just completely in view, and like, nothing. No big deal. Still will never not be funny to me watching the warm-ups and everybody watches the ball no matter where it goes. If you look at it, they field it, look at it, even in through their throwing motion, their head tracks it the whole way. I would love to get to a 2-strike count because I have a feeling this dude's really free swinging and I could get a strikeout, but I can't. I literally threw my possible strikeout pitch and he still put it in play somehow. I had a feeling he would swing at everything, and so I was going to bury a curveball to try to get one. To get one swing and miss. Holy shit, a hit with Yohan Moncada. It just dies at the wall. Okay. Thanks, guys. It stayed fair. You're kidding me. Very early. Should probably never be a fair ball, man. Just a suggestion. early and on top. Alrighty. I wonder how much longer I can pitch with Bob Gibson since I threw like 5 pitches. Yeah. No arm strength on Live Series Arenado. Cool. It's also the best third baseman of our lifetime, and he fucking whiffs a line drive right at him, and it like hits him in the fucking kidney. Just the most lackadaisical fucking turn ever as well, so... Out by a mile. Come on, brother. You're down by 4. Moving from second to third with 2 outs does not make any difference in the game for you. And you quit because you did something stupid. Whatever. Oh, man. $15,000 XP. Good God. Yeah, I need 45 points. Good God. I mean, so I could maybe get there tonight. But man, that is a little redonkulous in my opinion. How slow this is moving. I wonder if on nights like this where I'm just playing events, I need to turn my crossplay back on my Xbox so that I can have a wider search queue. Whoa. I mean, I guess that works for now. Forgive me. Give me a second. I'm going to try to do that if I can remember where it's at. There we go. Allow. Crossnet play. Good God. It's always so hard to find on this. I will give PlayStation that over Xbox every day of the week. Like, I don't have to turn some setting on in the console. I can just toggle it on and off in the games. It's so old trying to fucking do this. Every time I want to turn it on and off. It's so stupid. Now, if I just did that and it doesn't do shit to help my queue time, I'm going to be annoyed. What'd I do, Jupiter? What'd I do? You said you just joined back in Big Mags. What happened? I didn't do it. I didn't do it, and you can't prove I did it. Oh, the zoom in. Yeah. I don't have I need to set up just like a normal chatting screen when I need to hide my screen and work on something like account info wise or whatever, because I don't want to accidentally show any of my personal info. Somebody died in a Mr. Beast video? What the shit? I always feel like his videos are like such a big production that they kind of make sure none of that ever happens. They have like people on standby and shit. That's crazy. I can tell you this pinpoint feels like absolute dog shit crossplay. I had a teleporting pitch and then a 100% that didn't hit the strike zone. That's crazy. I'll have to look that up after stream and read about it. Like I said, I feel like they usually have like EMS or somebody on standby when they're doing like big crazy shit, so that like that doesn't happen. Man. Okay. Okay. I do not feel that late. God, crossplay feels like dog shit. That's why I have it turned off. Everything is so fucking skippy now. You know what's funny is that there's a complete difference in gameplay philosophy from PlayStation to Xbox, because if you're in a hard spot on PlayStation, it's go to the fucking fastball because it's so much harder to hit on PlayStation with the input lag. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, that's still fucking crazy, man. I know there's that bald guy that's like apparently a Australian personal trainer or something, and he's the one that you'll see the videos of like before and after where he's like really fat, and then all of a sudden it's like 1 year later, and he's like always got the most overly exaggerated smile on his face. Cool. Oh, cool. A Gold Glove fielder just dropped the fucking ball. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that, I suppose, so... I'm turning crossplay back off after this game, dude. That's so fucking stupid. And then my catcher just let a ball go right through him. I shouldn't have to alter the way I play and the time that I have to put in before throwing a pitch to actually like play the game because I'm playing somebody on PlayStation. Wow. 83 off the bat, huh? Wasn't that in the center power of the PCI? Sure was. I'm a little under it, but fuck, man. Can't get the check swing. Awesome. Wow. That was yesterday. We had a murder mystery party that we went to yesterday, and it was pretty fun. And then I went for a run when we got home from that after I got the girls to bed. And just ended up sitting around watching the news for too long last night instead of streaming. I did not. I thought for sure they would tell the person before they got there if they were the one that did it, but they did not. He told the girl that her character was the one that had done it when she showed up, and I was like, oh man, that's fucking wild. Yeah, I feel like for most people it would have been easier to get your head around the idea of like lying straight to people's faces and come up with your lies, you know, like a week or two in advance. It was a fun party though. I felt kind of bad because like you had three people that were supposed to be like your potential connections that you were supposed to like talk to and exchange your info with, because like everybody had either, they were all called talking points, but like some of them could be clues to who may have done it. And so one of my three connections was the guy that died immediately, and then the other one was the girl whose birthday party it was. And I spent so much time running around corralling our kid that I didn't even really get to like play the game with my character, I guess. But everybody seemed to have a great time anyways, whether, you know, my character was able to contribute and share his information or not. It was honestly a really awesome idea, and there was like clues around the house and stuff. Her husband was telling us that he had to put quite a bit into ChatGPT to get it to kick out all of the stuff he needed to make the party happen. Just a barn burner of an event game here, guys. Sorry. I mean, I should have scored a run last inning, but I got a little overzealous and tried to run on Carlos Beltran. I didn't realize, honestly, that he was playing as shallow as he was until I already committed to running. Are you just not even going to show me a signal or anything? God damn. Well, I probably shouldn't run on Beltron again. Even his green throws apparently are close enough that you can still tag someone out. That's funny. I think I just missed that. Damn. That reminds me of like back in the days when you'd turn like force trades on and you'd you'd turn force trades on and you'd get like all the best players in the game on the same team and just go 162-0 and win the World Series. Of course, I miss on a pitch early, and instead of pulling it towards the batter, we throw it right down the middle of the fucking plate. Thank you, Doval. Should have won this game 2-0. That's where that first pitch should have went, not over the middle of the fucking plate when I missed. I barely missed a perfect with it. And then I throw a perfect there and it doesn't hit the fucking strike zone. Thank you. Duvall's sinker is like a fucking changeup and I love it. Yes, he did. He swung at fucking everything all game, man. That's funny. I've never looked into that. I love that the throw beats runners to the base and you can't get a fucking out because, you know, we have to make sure that the stupid fucking input makes sense for some reason. My Carlos Beltran's going to take his sweet fucking time getting to the ball and throwing somebody out at the plate. Cool. Awesome. Perfect release. We missed the strike zone. Thank you. I have more hits than this douchebag, and I'm going to lose. Okay. Well, we're within... we're within distance now, at least. Ah. Bad swing. I was going to say, I thought he had a slider. He does. Check. Please, for the love of God, give me a check one time when I play this fucking game. I'm under it. That sucks. Could this be the worst Craig Biggio card we've ever gotten? 45 power. That's 43 power, excuse me, because mine's parallel too, I know it is. Like, what are we doing? Why was that ever a card that they made? Even for day one. That's so fucking stupid. Well, as fun as that was, never doing that again. That was the worst feeling game I've played all year. There we go. Yeah, that's why I turn it off every year. I give it a shot every now and then, and it's just fucking terrible, dude. The pitching was terrible. Ooh, we're to the wheel spin. Yay. That's funny. Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff out of it, man. It's it's pretty cool when it's used like that, used in cool ways. Like obviously, there's other parts of it that's like, ugh, kind of scary to think about where we could be in a few years. I was telling somebody the other day, I could totally see a world in the next 5 years where we don't have people dispatchers anymore. We have AI answering the phone and dispatching first responders because it can also speak every single language on the planet and do it faster. Hmm. Yep. Well, and then you don't even have to worry about the. So, like, I've worked at places, I think the one I work at now as well, but like, dispatchers have to get certified in something called EMD, Emergency Medical Dispatch, to be able to like triage calls based on their importance. And so most places just don't even do it. They just send an ambulance. All your ambulances are the same level, where you have a paramedic and an EMT, and you just send them on the call. Doesn't matter if it's serious or not, you just send your ambulance. Whereas if you have EMD, you can like go through questions and figure out like, does this require a paramedic? No. You can send an ambulance that's only got two EMTs on it, and then if they get there and then things go sideways and they need a medic, then they call for another truck to intercept. But you also don't have to pay AI to do a job. So after the initial, however much fucking money you got to spend to get it, you can just have it. You don't have to pay it a salary. And I've worked with a lot of dispatchers, man, that aren't worth half of what they're getting paid. They're stupid as shit and they're lazy. And because they answer a phone for a service that practices medicine, they act like they know a lot about medicine when actually they don't. They just know how to regurgitate some words. I was really hoping there was one more supercharge I could take advantage of, but I'm not seeing one. But yeah, it was a super cool party idea. I would recommend it to literally anyone that's trying to think of a cool theme for an adult party. And then also, most of it was so passive that like everybody had their kids there. Like I said, I didn't get to participate a lot in the like actual murder mystery game part of it because right when he died, it was like, all right, you can go get food, you can go look for clues, and so like everybody started eating, and then after me and my wife took turns like watching our kid and eating, then I just basically watched our kid. Trying to think if there's any card that I don't have that would actually work good for this event. Soriano, but I'm not paying for Soriano. I'll get him when I get him. Casey Schmidt's too low. It would be a good time to parallel him, but I'm not paying for him. He's just too expensive for how average he is. It's so sad. I love his cards most of the time too. That reminds me though, I got that. Machado, that one's done. Yeah, I'm just not buying a bunch of Tops Now cards, man. Three, 45, yeah. I think I'll be able to get Ted Williams tonight if I can get to my World Series pack. More points. Total bases, maybe. Total bases and hits, maybe. We'll see. That's the fastest I've found an opponent in like weeks trying to play events. Wow. I say that. I haven't played a lot of events. Just the last 2 or 3 times I've been trying to play online. one of the worst stadiums ever and wearing the worst City Connects ever. Okay. We have thrown nothing but fastballs so far. It's odd. Man, I tapped that really soft to not get a check swing. Holy shit, we threw something besides a four-seam fastball. And that one slider that we threw. Sometimes when people are so stupid that they pitch like that, it actually works because you think surely they're not going to keep throwing fastballs. And then you just don't time them up. Now, clearly, this guy thinks Boob Feller's fastball is absolutely spectacular. So, you know what he's not getting? The whole fucking at bat is a Bob Feller fastball. Not one. We'll just, I guess, have to assume he's throwing fastballs until we score some runs. I mean, yeah. He's thrown 13 fastballs, a slider, and a changeup. Oh. I mean, that still counts technically. I counted the other one as a fastball, too. A 3-pitch pitcher without outlier. I hit the shit out of it right on top of it. It was hit pretty well. I like Nick Kurtz's swing. Nicholas Kurtz. I liked his gold card at the beginning of the year, so I'm waiting for him to, get a All-Star game card, I guess, because they gave him a tops now a week before he hits 2 walk-off home runs, when he probably should have got the spotlight card this week for that. For what he did last weekend. Oh. Got freaking oil or grease or something, whatever you want to call it, off this freaking Twizzler on my thumb now. I can feel it. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's a crazy take. The youngest player ever to hit 2 walk-off home runs in a single series. And I know, like, the week before, they gave him a bullshit, stupid. That's why I wish they would stop giving people Tops Now cards for debuting. Oh, he got a hit in his debut. Who gives a flippity fuck? You know, Tops Now, like, has cards that are for other things besides fucking rookies making debuts. I've seen people on Twitter want to argue that point that, well, that's just the cards that they have. If you look up 2025 Major League Baseball Tops Now, you will see, like, literally almost any moment that's happened this year is a Tops Now card. Game-winning hits, 3-hit games, 2 home run games. You could pick so many things for Tops Nows. It doesn't have to be, let's get rookies into the game, and that seems to be the only thing SDS will select it for. It's so annoying. But here we are. And they're not going to do like they did the last few years where people get like 3 cards in 3 weeks. Wasted a leadoff double with 3 lazy flyouts after. That's great. I don't know, man. I can think back to like 22 and earlier when Tops Now didn't have to be a fucking rookie. I didn't just get another one of those, right? Like I had that already and stripped it. No, I just got another one. Okay. That is funny. When you spent your whole life having to pitch when you didn't throw very hard, you kind of had to learn to just outthink people. I think the hardest I ever threw a baseball was like 82, 83 miles an hour. And that wasn't even off the mound. That was just like at a radar gun for a tryout. I think I threw 80 one time, like pitching, but it was usually like upper 70s, like 77, 78. So, yeah. Spot up and outthink the hitter. Good luck. By the time I was a junior in high school, you know, I was decent at doing that. But that's why I wasn't a pitcher in college. Finally, a home game again. I love when you can tell just by the way an opponent is swinging the bat that you should be able to get strikeouts, but the game physically can't let you get strikeouts. Like if they tap the swing button at any point between the time the ball's released until it's caught, they're going to foul it off or put it in play on All-Star. It's just the way it is. Very late there on a ball that was about to hit him in the back leg. That was weird. Why play if you're just going to quit because you didn't score? Ooh, I think that gets me a collection tier there. Yeah, the Laughing Mountain Llamas. Nice bat. I never loved that Andy Pettitte cards don't have a slider, that they have a curveball. And this one having a 12-6 makes it even worse. I'd rather have the standard curveball than the 12-6. No swing, huh? Okay, well, but then he has a super efficient inning throwing like 4 pitches, 5 pitches, whatever the fuck it was, so what do I know? What do I know? I know, man. We'll do the best we can. I think I had too many days off in a row or something. I'm just not swinging it very well. The last couple nights that I played, I did feel very locked in before, where I was being very selective and not chasing and picking the ball up really well. Felt like I was swinging it really well last week. Not so much this week. Could just be the nature of like my schedule and having to not play a couple nights in a row when I have to get up early for work and then the whole day that I'm gone for work. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I even keep trying to tell myself the same things I was looking the last night that I felt like I was swinging it really well. Like even really kind of cutting the corners off of the strike zone and just looking for something not necessarily middle, but middle of the plate. Like turn it into a circular strike zone that the corners are gone because I don't need to be going up and in and. That was a hanger. I miss before they fucked with the elevation at the created stadiums. That ball would have been so fucking far gone. The stadium was so much fun in 23. There was one I played at in 22 called Parallel Park that I think Light Skin Chris made, if I remember correctly. And it was the first year, second year, I don't remember, after the Guardians name change. And so he had the old Indians logo all over the place of that stadium. Man, I just really didn't feel that early there, man. Advertisement. Is this person allergic to skipping the little mini cutscenes? What is the deal? Thank you. Routine ground ball that we just let eat us up for a fucking base hit instead. What was that I was talking about earlier? The dumb shit that the game does to level shit out instead of just letting perfect outcomes happen. Like, let people that get good at the game get rewarded for it, please. Like, why is that so fucking hard? Get rid of the par regions on pitches. Just let us throw the fucking pitches where they're gonna go. I feel like there were still par regions in 22, but you could have way more control over the outcome of where your pitch was going to go. Man, not even just this year, but they made it to where elevation last year didn't work the same with created stadiums as it used to. Like, created stadiums used to be able to make them launching pads. And call me crazy, but that's why I'm playing a video game. Is like, I don't care if I lose, but I want the score to be like 20 to 18. This is video game baseball. And so I used to always play at created stadiums and have a blast. And even max elevation now at created stadiums does not play as well as it used to. They changed something about it. Excuse me. Boob feeler coming out of the game, huh? Okay, and we brought in a righty. I was even looking kind of in that area, and I just didn't want to swing first pitch for some reason. Oh, that's a terrible swing. I didn't pick that up well out of the hand at all. That was a little better. But he has a queef for a fucking bat. And so it went nowhere. Cool. Oof. I haven't swung it well with Arenado. I typically really enjoy Arenado's swing. And I feel like I got a couple hits the first couple games that I was using the supercharge tonight. And just not really feeling as good with it, I guess. I don't know. And then I swing at a ball and get rewarded. Holy shit. A little late. Man, give me a Diamond Arenado card already. inside outing a 100-mile-an-hour sinker for a hit. Cool. With a bad hitter. Anthony Volpe's a bad hitter. You can't change my fucking mind. It's like once you get it brought up, like, you just can't. Dude, I've been loving the last couple weeks those stupid Sasquatch and Yeti AI videos. They're hilarious. What the shit? That's funny. $26 total bases, and we get that one. 2 more hits, we get that one. I mean, I'd probably get 9 innings before I get 26 fucking total bases. Hey, Eli White. I love that guy. He's on our team. Appreciate it, Connor. Appreciate it. Felt a little better at the plate that game. Not amazing by any means. Still took a good number of bad swings, but felt alright. I think it's time for beer number 2. We are celebrating the championship tonight, after all. Sure, Boog Feeler, get back out there. I guess you're completely rested. But yeah, I think it would, yeah. I think it would be very telling to SDS to see the number of people that are just playing at Coors every single game for everything and revert some of the changes they've made to elevation this year. Like, you may not like high-scoring games because all of you nerds that work on the game aren't any good at it. I've heard them in the live stream talking about, yeah, I'm between the 400 and 500 rating area. It's like, okay, so yeah, you're not very good. Your whole job is to help make the game and, like, play test it and shit. I heard a dude say that one. Now, they do have a few guys that are, like, actually good and 1,000 rated players, but man, I heard that one dude, the redheaded dude that's always on the live stream, say he's at 400 rating, and I was like, oof. That's tough, man. Holy. I just about got myself out. I thought that ball was getting through to the outfield because of the way that guy reacted. Lord have mercy. Nicholas. Come on, Nicholas. Wow, good pitch. That was a very good spot. Down the line. Thank you. Can we get 2? We're going to try. Thank you, Nicholas. Very bad. Very, very bad. Very, very, very early, very bad. I don't know if they'd hire me, man. I've been out of baseball for a very long time. And I can't get a check swing to save my life ever playing this game, so that's not good either. That was a very jarring camera reset for some reason, almost like it was going to be a line drive base hit, and then it was an out. Interesting. So are we taking till we get a strike for sure? No? I mean, maybe we were taking to like 1 strike to 2-0 kind of option. Auto taking, and then if you get to 2-0, you can freely swing if you'd like. I don't know. Maybe. We'll never know because we can't ask him. That'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. There are like I said, last week I felt like was probably some of the best swings that I've been taking this year. I felt like just even the simple mindset that I'd put myself in to like cut the corners off the strike zone and like make an oval out of it or a circle and really try to focus on getting something more middle of the plate. And then it just made me just slightly more patient enough that it helped. But then it's kind of a double-edged sword because you get excited about the success that you're seeing. You start free swinging more like that. I thought I was seeing a sinker there belt high, and instead it was a change up out of the zone. There's my sinker, and it's a perfect out. What do you know? Yeah, that's why I don't like Andy Pettit only having a curveball. Because the curveball is not good. It's not good. That sucks. I forgot about the first home run I hit with him did not count. The dude quit. Finally feeling like I'm getting out of that hole with Moncada that I was talking about at the start of tonight. Decent swings and a bunch of outs. It's tough, man. I say it a lot every year that if any other company would make a baseball game, I'd probably give it a try over this. I'm yapping and taking terrible swings, but I think SDS does a pretty shit job of making a sports game, if I'm being honest. And if there was any competition, it would show. And it sucks because I just want to play a baseball game. So like, there's only one to choose. So I got to play this one. I'm not going to play the Japanese baseball or whatever the Oof, nice. The one that came out last year that had all the content creators, like all the players' heads are bigger than their bodies. I don't remember what it's even called. Superstar or something or other, maybe. I don't remember. Yes, it is apparently the only beer I have in my house right now, and we're celebrating the Thunder winning a championship, man. Yeah, that's Mickey number 2 of the night as well. This poor fellow, kind of struggling with the pinpoint of Joe Kelly, it seems. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Michelob. I think we have these left over from like a birthday party that we provided a bunch of alcohol for. Ooh, and oof, I'm usually more of a Yingling fan. Yingling, Shinerbach, 481. Nice. Yeah. Man, it makes it easier too when they make them skinny little cans. Hmm. I haven't paid much attention to. I'm hitting 417 with him, so it's not terrible. This Tops Now card from this week that I put at first base. Yeah, and there's a shit swing. Well, you can't mercy him in the event, but I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and probably get Bob Feller out, honestly, because he's the only diamond starter I have. I don't want to waste all of his energy against some guy that can't hit water if he fell out of a boat. He's got a pencil bat though, man, and Vice City. I gotta say, I love his uniforms. That's an idea for uniforms. I never really thought of it. Like, you could use a fictional location from a show or a movie or a video game as your uniforms, your team name in game. That's kind of neat. I was gonna say, are we swinging? What the fuck just happened there? Oof. Did we want to swing? Jesus, this dude's internet all of a sudden became shitternet. Some more bases, some more runs, por favor. Dude, come on. Like, it wasn't going to get any better. I don't know why you thought hitting in the bottom of that inning was going to fucking matter. Oh, did I get the 9 home runs thing finally? Yay! And a hot dog bat. Oh my god! Two more bases. Damn. 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 I mean, let's see if we get a spotlight card, because then that would finish the spotlight series for us. Oh my god, it's blue. Wait, all of them are blue. It's Grant Holmes. It's the only fucking card I already have, you fucking assholes. Oh, that's annoying. Hey, it's the one card I don't have. No, it's not. It's fucking Michael Garcia. Fuck you. I thought it was Junior Caminero. It was not. Don't think that could have been a worse 2-pack stretch for me right there. I do want to try to get through the whole program while he's still the primary player, because I'd probably just keep him, honestly. I love Joe Mauer's swing. And you got to think sooner or later we're going to start getting team captains other than the fucking, like, teams. Like, we're going to get captain cards for, like we have in the shortstop, the speed team, the bad discipline, the cover athlete team. I actually really like that Ian Happ card in my lineup. I just put Chili Davis in left field on my God squad. He's probably not as good of a hitter as Chili, but he's a way better defender. So, hey, there's my 7,000 stubs for my pack. Like, I'd have been down to get either of the Tops Now guys that I didn't have. I'm not totally in love with the idea of skipping Tops Now and doing All-Star, but it kind of seems like it's what I'm doing. Yeah, there's no way. Report for cheating. 588 in Immortal, like playing on GOAT difficulty up till this point before they removed it. Fuck off. I'm not wasting my time even playing an event game against somebody that I'm almost positive is cheating. There's no way anyone on this... I watch guys that do this professionally play on GOAT. They don't hit 600. So you're cheating. You've managed to go under the radar long enough that you can cheat. Congratulations. interesting team. Yo mama crib. Dude, this game's in such a sad state. I don't feel like they even have an anti-cheat. It's fucking stupid. Like, the amount of people that are getting away with using Cronus now, where it basically aims the PCI for you and all you have to do is time the pitches up. It's kind of ridiculous. I had a buddy ask about Cronus the other day in our group message as well. Just ask, like, if he was going to get banned for using this thing or if it was, like, legal. And so we basically told him, like, you know, it's if they catch that you're using it, they will ban you. But he was talking about in the context of Call of Duty. He was like, dude, I'm a fucking middle-aged dad who gets 3 hours a week to play. I'm tired of getting... And that's the fault of skill-based matchmaking, I'll say. If skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty was cranked down, nobody'd be worried about fucking cheating. They'd just play the fucking game. But instead, you get put in lobbies game after game after game after game after game after game after game with people that are the exact same skill level as you. Awful weird to have the name Christ is King, but your location's also Yo Mama Crib. I think that's a confused individual. I don't know. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Just kind of taking it easy. I haven't even looked to see if... So last season I didn't play any ranked games before this last weekend classic. And so I think I did hit World Series during the weekend classic again though, so I think it resets me back to 700. And I'm totally cool with just doing that cycle over and over again. The sweatiness of the games I played with the people that get to World Series and then had stopped going up, I'm cool. I went 3-3 in the first two weekend classics and a bunch of super frustrating losses in games that I felt like I was as good or way better than the person, but hitting balls 100 miles an hour right at people nonstop to lose to people getting early hits. So, no, I just played in the division right below World Series with people that either A, didn't give a shit, or B, weren't good enough. And I had a much better time. I went 5-1, finished second on my leaderboard. Really bad PCI placement. Wow. That was such a good pitch to hit. I don't feel like I'm even that early on a cutter. But I seem all night. I seem to be pulling it foul. May the Lord be with you. Getting close to Ted Williams. Which, I mean, that kind of shakes up the team a lot, I think. This is going to be Ian Happ, I'm thinking. This is going to be Ted Williams then, which adds an extra lefty to the team. Then I'll have 3 lefties. I feel like I have to carry a backup shortstop at that point. He's got to be way better defensively, right? Yeah, he's way better defensively. And Buxton has no steal rating, so it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe he pitch hits for the DH against the lefty. That leaves you the option that J-Ram can still come in late against a righty if you get outlier sinker righty coming in out of the bullpen or late in the game. Yeah, I think that sounds... But yeah, so this will actually be Teddy ball game. And honestly, I can... Oh no. Who would I rather have instead of Santander, since I have one extra slot? Casey Schmidt? No. I mean, honestly, he's not a bad bench option. 109 clutch. Not great defensively, not great speed, but he's just like middle of the road defense and speed. Higher power righty, higher contact lefty, higher clutch than both. No quirks because the game's stupid. Two more. If I get him, I think that literally leaves me Manny Machado away. Whenever I get to that point, that'll be Ted Williams unlocked. Alright, yeah, that's why this is getting old. Done. It'd be cool if I had a Paul Skeens I could use in this event, but I don't. But what do you do? What will you do? 92 XP with starting pitchers. So I mean, if I throw 2 innings with a starting pitcher, it's over. And then I'll have Ian Happ. I guess I go with the boob feeler and see if I can get 2 innings out of the boob feeler. Polo, hell yeah, let's go. But you have Costco as your logo. Why aren't we at Costco? And Costco, like, this makes no sense. Costco's your name. It's on your uniforms, and then you bring us to Polo instead of us playing at Costco. A little early. Top to sinker. You know, I can't seem to turn double plays on anybody in this event because they have to use speed guys. And I sure hit into a lot of double plays in this event. I don't know what his pitch mix is. There we go. Damn. That sucks. But to be expected when you're using a fucking Craig Biggio with the worst hitting stats you could possibly imagine. A leadoff triple followed by a home run. Just like the first inning. Wow. Okay. Is his emblem about chicken bake or something? I didn't even see it until just then. Dude, come on. That one wasn't a good swing. The first one was a perfect. You can't fault him on that. That one was shit. Excellent. Thank you. And Beltran didn't take a false step, but it was the worst stutter step in place you could possibly imagine to just guarantee that we're not going to fucking get the ball in the air, huh? Thanks. Dude. Yep. It's my favorite part about this stadium. He's gonna get a fucking hit out of that. Because I'm not taking time every single fucking batter to go like this. I just need one more fucking out, man. All of a sudden, this guy who didn't swing the bat very good in the first inning is hitting a lot of perfects, too. That's kind of weird. Why is the only guy on the field that has the fucking 90-plus arm getting a double relay? Use this almost like a screwball up, maybe? Except it misses the strike zone for me, thanks. No lift. Thought I could get it out down that corner again. Get down. Of course not. It's literally below the strike zone and I'm on top of it, but somehow it's in the air. Bad pitch to swing at. Around it. Pretty wild way for that to transpire. 4-0 lead, 9 runs in 1 inning. A lot with 2 outs as well. Haven't got a diamond all year out of this. It's not going to start now. Probably smarter. The first at-bat of the game, I can guarantee that he has to pitch to the first batter of the game. And if it's a lefty, I have him trapped and I can go to Trevor Story. $30 points away from him. Man. There's 10. $25. And then 36 more hits to finish it to get to him. That's crazy. You have to get every single mission done to get to the end. I thought there was going to be like 1 or 2 extra missions like last time. But I guess it's because of not having the... You know, there's nothing that annoys me more than when they fuck this shit up. This is how their quirk system works. It's not how anybody wants it to work. Anybody else would rather just, like, give them the quirks they deserve for the card you're giving them. Or I've suggested a lot, give them quirks that aren't based off last year. Let's make quirks where they're like how legends are figured, where they're over their entire career. So, like, honestly, these are great quirks for Manny Machado's career. He's a good hitter, doesn't strike out a lot, whatever. But then you come out with a flashback card and you forget to put his fucking quirks on them. He's got his quirks that aren't even worth the shit. Let's look for another example, I guess. Ian Happ got his quirks on his card. So what's going on? We're just fucking shit at doing our job and we can't check boxes before we fucking launch content, huh? Whatever, man. I need to go to bed anyway, so let's open these few packs I've got and I'm gonna go to bed, I guess. That is just awesome way to close out the stream, to see that, because I'm really excited about that Manny Machado card. I think it's actually a very good card. He has a way better swing than what's his name, Scott Rowland. And so for anybody that hadn't been liking Scott Rowland, he's even free. So, like, do the multiplayer program and you got a third baseman with a better swing. Ooh, a gold. You spoil me, Ramon. Don't do that. I'm kidding. Keep doing. Give me better things than that. I don't have fucking shit to show for this year. I don't have a single 90+ live series pull all year this year. And I completed live series by just like grinding my ass off and selling shit all the time. The only reason I have the stubs I have right now is because I sold my Ronald. I didn't want to. Probably should have saved him. Yeah, he's still playing really well, so he's going to end up being a buy for the next roster update, probably. I know I've already said thank you, but thank you to everybody again for hanging out tonight. Nights like this are just kind of cool. Just chill, just hang out. And there's been around 20 people here most of the night, so that's awesome. Saw he got demoted today. Alrighty, can we get anything big out of these packs? No was the answer on the first one. I was going to say, it's not fat enough to be jock, so it's not worth anything. This is where the money can actually be made. Schwarber's still almost 200K, but I can't get Schwarber, of course. We'll see. We got a chance. We don't have much of a chance. Hey, a 90 plus pull. Last one. We'll play the animation and see if it comes up blue. It does. It's not a catcher though. Okay, well that was disappointing. Yeah, like I said, a little progress update, I suppose, before we sign off. What's the plan going forward and whatnot? Let me just delete this while I'm thinking about it. Delete that. Can delete that because it didn't pull anything. Boo. Very close to being able to get Ted Williams now. Basically just need Manny Machado, which I gotta do basically a whole night of playing missions to get to that point again. Just like an entire night of playing to get to Ian Happ. But I'm actually excited about this. I think he's he's a swing that I know I like. He's got dead red, which helps with exit velocities on fastballs. He's a great defender for even not having great speed, which his speed's not terrible by any means. Power's a little low, but I feel like the dead red quirk almost balances that out more. Please, yeah, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Can't go one night of playing this game without it fucking freezing. And it's the dumbest thing. You go to open your squad and your game freezes. It's been a problem since launch and they haven't fucking fixed it yet. Anyways, man. I'm actually excited about that Ian Happ. I'm probably going to actually give him a try on my God squad. Ugh. So that'll actually be Ted Williams whenever I get him. $92. Does he not have secondaries? Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Well. Maybe something like that. Honestly, kind of like Moncada, maybe at 9. Ian Happ is not a 4-hole though. So maybe I do. Because then I got him close again. I like having more than one at-bat apart between same-handedness. Righty-righty doesn't bother me as much. But I mean, an easy fix is that right there. I mean, then I think that's the clear choice. Moncada is a more pure leadoff hitter than Ian Happ. Beltran stays in the 4-hole. I don't know. I'll play with that and think about it a little. Maybe there's a way I can shake it up a bit more. Honestly, maybe sliding them all down. We'll find a good groove with this. I don't love the way this lineup looks quite yet, but I don't hate it either. Like honestly, I do think I like Raffy at the bottom for some pop. Rolling right behind Seagy because I don't mind hitting lefty-lefty with Seagy. He's got such a quick swing that it usually doesn't bother me. And then that gives me the ability to maybe get a lefty-righty matchup for Roland out of a bullpen. Switch hitter, doesn't matter. Switch hitter. I don't know that I love Beltran being all the way back at cleanup. I almost would rather I'm gonna find it. It may take me a night of sleeping on it to figure it out, but yeah. This may be what I do because Gil also has table setter. So if you have a 3-up, 3-down inning, then Gil's your second leadoff at the 4-hole. Yeah, like I said, I don't hate it. I think that's a decent way to stack it. That guy's actually, I don't know. That dude has speed too, doesn't he? This program tops now is literally better at almost everything than the pack spotlight card. That's kind of wild. And he plays all across the infield and right field. Yeah, I think I'll go with him. kind of like the way that looks. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea that that actually took you into. Yeah, it does have rifle secondary. Okay. I mean, honestly, part of me is thinking buy this and then keep Manny Machado sellable, because these program cards won't have a rewind pack for a while. You know? I really didn't like having to lock in so many of them in the All-Star section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anywho, somebody's gonna be weird. But whenever I get that Whitey Ford, I'll be able to get Ted Williams. So who knows? Maybe the next time I'm live, we'll actually play a ranked game or two instead of just playing events. Even though ranked sounds abysmal. What is my
700. Yep.
So I don't want to play on Hall of Fame, so it would basically be like how I got to last year, where if I'm facing a fucking ridiculous pitcher or outlier, weird, funky release or something on Hall of Fame, I'll just quit out and play on All-Star. And then same, I'll just rebound back and forth between All-Star and Hall of Fame, and if I don't want to face the pitcher, I'll just quit. I don't care. I'm so over not enjoying playing this game. I'm very excited to get that card, but it's going to be next rank season that I get it. I'm not going to keep him. If even once I do hit World Series, I won't keep him. I'll get rid of him. And we got 2 weeks until the next Weekend Classic. Not next weekend, but the next. This is a pretty good card. I don't remember about his swing. I know he got a flashback lightning in 22, and I can't think of any other Jim Rice card I've ever used. I feel like he got an All-Star in 23, like a retro All-Star from that program or something. But 101, 97, 115, 95, 99 clutch at P5. Not great defensively, not great speed. Honestly, the clutch is a little annoying that it's lower than both contacts. And it doesn't get to 100 at P5 for a guy that won an award for his fucking hitting that year. By golly gee willikers, he didn't get hurt though. He's got 97 durability. Also pretty funny that there's 5 99s in the game and the Red Sox have 2 of them. His price really isn't that high. I wonder if it's people doing the multiplayer pro. He's gone down like 20k since I looked earlier tonight. This is the second time I've sold Ronald now, and I've been just ever so impatient, and it's cost me like 20,000 stubs. I sold him last night, and he's gone up like 20k. But his price had held for like almost a week, so I felt like it wasn't going back up. I felt like the people that bought him that wanted to keep him had kept him, and it just seemed like he was at where he was going to be. And I was wrong. Again. I sold him when I pulled him. And then like 3 days later, he went up over 200k. And I sold him for 180.
Alright, well, like I said, I'm gonna go to bed. I've already drug it out another 20-30 minutes. Won't be live tomorrow night, won't be live the next night because I gotta get up early to go to work Tuesday, so I won't be live tomorrow night. I won't be live Tuesday because I'll be at work. But I'll be back Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah. Work Saturday this week. I hate the week that I work Saturday. It's the worst. It just feels like it eats up a lot of my weekend. I can't play Friday night. I'm at work all day Saturday. I feel like the first half of Sunday's over by the time I get home and get showered. But it is what it is, man. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Like, subscribe. I go live, like 4 times a week. And yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming out.